not simple, but took some work. Go get the guard. Which one? What key? Oh, that's way up. What do you have? That's E, isn't it?
Well, for people streaming,
One more?
we do have people online. People online, you are outnumbering the people in the congregation. Oh man, this is fun. All right. Let me get this all going. All right. Well, all right. Yeah, we do have got 10 people on Facebook. We got about
three of us. It's the three of us.
we have on YouTube. Let's see here. 7 people on YouTube. All right. Okay. Well, hello, people. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, people who are warm in your homes, in your Ohio State gear.
Reminiscence of COVID.
Yes. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we'll get started at 6:02. Oh, we got some more people coming in here. All right.
Yes.
We're going to applaud everyone that comes in. Yes, we got Goldsteins. Yes, all right.
The Sabbath Bride.
That's right, the Sabbath Brides. Glad to see you guys. Shabbat Shalom. All right. Ira, I like the hair, by the way. That's great. That's fair. Looks awesome. Well, glad to have you. And we got even more people. We have Rabbi Apotheker. Oh, man. All right. Look at all these people. Well, we're going to, why don't we begin our service by singing Hine Ma Tov, how good it is if we can be together in the sanctuary, in the comfort of your home, wherever you are. Hine Ma Tov, how good it is that we can be together. Shabbat Shalom. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. 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 Hine shevet achim gam yachad. And why don't we sing together Ma Yafeh Hayom? How beautiful is this day? And it is. We can feel the warmth here in the room or wherever you are. Let's sing together.
Ma Yafeh Hayom,
Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to turn to our candle lighting, which you can find either in your Siddur on page 2 or up here on the screen. Do we have any volunteers in this vast crowd who would like to light the Shabbat candles, bring in some light? Rabbi, you want to do that? I see you're doing some hand motion. I don't know what it is. Are you trying to invite everybody? Is that what you're saying? Okay. That's right. 1 hour, 1.5 hours till kickoff. All right. So let's join together. Let's read on page 3 or up here on the screen. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Why don't we take a moment here for just to take a breath. It has been a challenging week. I think a lot of us have been thinking of our beloved friends and family who are in Los Angeles, dealing with this horrible situation. So why don't we take just a few moments to see if we can send some of our energy their way, and also see if we can let go of some of the stress that may have accumulated upon our shoulders on this Shabbat. We'll take just a few moments. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nikabla, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. We turned the lights on and the congregation doubled in size. This is fantastic. You got to do that again. Let's read together on page 27, or right up here on the screen. Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days, lest my day be today as the one before, lest routine set my ways. We're going to join together in singing the Baruch Hu, and we will invite you, if you are able, to please rise.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening
To my prayer, can you hear my voice? Can you understand?
Am I awake? Am I prepared?
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la.
Baruch et Adonai, HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai, HaMevorach, Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam va'ed.
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la la la. May be seated for a moment. Let's join together, and we're going to read the first part in Hebrew, and then we're going to switch to the English. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma poteach she'arim, uvitvuna mishane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which the time and seasons glide. Your breath takes the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans into infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Amen. And we'll continue on the next page, also in the Hebrew. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael, Amcha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu lamadata. Al kain Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbenu uvkumenu na'asiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratcha, u'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem hayenu ve'orech yamenu, uvahem nege yomam v'layla, v'ahavatecha al tasir, mimenu la'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. We'll invite you, if you're able, to please rise. Sorry, we don't have the words, but they're kind of on page 116 or 36. With all your soul and with all your might, and all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you rise up, and when you lie down, and when you lie down, you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorpost of your house and upon your gates, upon your gates, that ye may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God. Well, we didn't have the words for that, but we had the spirit in the room, even if you didn't know the words, so we appreciate that. Let's turn to the, just before we get to the Michamocha, we're going to turn to focus on gratitude for a moment, and I guess we're focusing on gratitude in all of these prayers, but for just a moment, if you have something that you are grateful for from this past week or weeks or months, anything you want to share with the congregation, we'll invite you to do that. Anybody have something they want to say that for which you are thankful? Any takers here? Online? Or we're saving it for another time, perhaps? Okay. Oh, Beth, did you have something? Okay. Oh, nice. All right, we got a couple of people saving us here. Okay. All right. Did you have something, Beth, or no?
Because my daughter Isabel's home from school. She's up seeing an old friend in Cleveland. We have embraced you tremendously. But as I said, we are coming to Temple tonight. She said, wait, what? I haven't been yet. So it actually was nice that she did. She was really kind of genuinely thought like, oh, I wish we were going. Anyway, so yes, so she's up with friends, but
We'll take that. We'll take it. That's great. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Hey.
I'm grateful to be back here visiting from Maine, back visiting Temple Beth Shalom and with Natalie and Ira.
I know. It's like seeing the three of you together. It's like, yes, the team is back. Back in action. Yes.
I'm the proxy for Miriam. Miriam says she's happy that she got to spend Hanukkah with her granddaughters in Portland.
That's great, Miriam. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, and the Sokol family is now complete. Check on that. Terrific. Okay, great. Okay.
I'm kind of hopping on the grateful to be back train, so I'm grateful to be back here.
Yay, we're grateful to have you here. That is for sure. Is it nice for you not to be leading services for once? I feel like you lead a lot of services at school. Great. Anybody else? Becca, any others online? Okay. We got a nice Shabbat Shalom from Paul Roth. Shabbat Shalom to you, Paul. Let's join together in singing Mi Chamocha. You can find that on page 40 or up here on the slides. Turn to this Hashkivenu prayer on page 42 or on the screen, asking God to provide us a shelter of peace. And I see the Sokols here. I know you guys have a lot of family and friends in LA. I think a lot of us are thinking of folks in LA who could use a shelter of peace. And perhaps we can transmit the cosmic aura of our prayers for healing and peace and shelter for all those who are in need, those who are without homes, those who are injured, so much we don't yet know. So we will say this prayer extra fervently on this Friday night here, page 42, Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu, Adonai, Eloheinu Lishalom. Shomreinu, Lecha
we will begin the Amidah together. You can find that on page 46, and we'll invite you to please rise. Page 48, or here on the screen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei hakol, v'zocher hasei avot v'imahot, u'mevi gula livnei v'neihem, l'ma'an shemo b'ahava, melech ozer Moshiach u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'ezrat Sarah, atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayeh hakol atah rav l'hoshia, Mechalkel Chaim b'chesed, Mechayeh hakol b'rachamim rabim, Sohomech noflim v'rofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umechayeh memunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha bal givurot, Umidom elach, Melech memit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kedoshim b'chol yom yehalaluch hasela, Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Amen. You may be seated. We'll spend just a few moments engaged in private meditation, either using the words that are in pages 54 to 60 in your Siddur. You can use these words from Elohai Netzor that are on the screen, or whatever words are in your heart on this Shabbat. Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
You may remember this famous story that happened back in 2009. And if you don't remember the story, you may remember the movie version of it where Tom Hanks played Captain Sully Sullenberger. If you don't remember or you haven't seen the movie, here's a very brief synopsis of what happened. Captain Sully Sullenberger was piloting U.S. Airways Flight 1549 when the plane struck a flock of geese shortly after takeoff, disabling both engines. It was very unusual to hit so many geese at once, and it was extremely rare to lose both engines. In a moment of intense pressure, Sully had no way of predicting how the situation would unfold. He couldn't rely on a detailed plan for this exact scenario because it had never happened to him before. Instead, he drew upon his experience, his training, and his composure. He just did the next right thing, and he moved forward. Sully made a split-second decision to land the plane on the Hudson River. It was an extraordinary act of courage and judgment in the face of the unknown. Miraculously, all 155 passengers and crew members survived, an event later dubbed the Miracle on the Hudson. Before the plane took off that morning, there was no way that Sully could have predicted what would happen. When everything went haywire, he had to rely on his training, his knowledge, and his values to get those passengers safely on the ground. It's a powerful reminder here at the dawn of 2025 that while we can't foresee what is ahead, we can approach life with the intention to act wisely, to do our best to be a blessing in this world while we're here. In the Torah portion that Matt and Ainsley are going to be reading for us, just a brief section of, in honor of Matt's bar mitzvah from 1988, we have arrived in this Torah portion at the end of the Joseph story and the end also of the book of Genesis. At the very end of the book of Genesis, the drama of the Joseph story has finally ended. The Technicolor Dreamcoat is back on the hanger for the next production. But in the biblical story, Joseph has just been informed that his father Jacob is gravely ill. It is interesting to note, by the way, that the Talmud teaches us that Jacob is the first person in the Bible to be described as ill. Previously, the sages imagined people simply got old and one day died. But some in our tradition believe that Jacob, unlike Sully, could predict the future, and that he knew that he was close to the end of his life. So as Jacob is preparing to depart from this world, he calls his family together for perhaps some healing, to reflect on the lessons of his life and articulate his hopes and wishes for his family's future. One commentator writes that our tradition of saying the second part of the Shema that we sang a little while ago, the idea of saying it quietly actually comes from this Torah portion. As Jacob is lying on his deathbed, imagine this very touching scene at the end of his life. His family is about to gather together, but before the rest of his sons come in, Joseph brings Manasseh and Ephraim, Jacob's grandsons, to see their grandfather. And according to one commentary, Jacob couldn't even recognize them because they were born and raised in Egypt. They were indistinguishable from other Egyptian children. According to this midrash, at that moment, both boys looked at their grandfather and they said, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Listen, Israel. Listen, Jacob. Listen, grandfather. Adonai is our God. Adonai is one. Yisrael, as we know, is not just the people Israel, but it's also Jacob's new name after he wrestles with a divine being. So his grandsons are saying to him, we are with you. We are connected deeply. Adonai is our God and Adonai alone. Perhaps they say it so loudly so that their elderly grandfather could hear them. And Jacob quietly responds, Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Blessed is God's reign forever and ever. A few moments later, you can picture the boys being ushered out and Jacob's children all gather around him. And we read from a commentary that says, later Jacob summoned his children, promising to tell them what's going to happen to them in the future. He says, come together that I may tell you what is to befall you in the days to come. They probably were excited. Oh, we get to know our future. This is going to be great. But Jacob does not deliver on that promise to his kids, at least not directly. Instead, he speaks to each of his sons about their character and their special gifts. Jacob does not sugarcoat anything here. He is honest about his son's positive traits and also about their many, many shortcomings as well. But the question is, why does Jacob talk about character here rather than giving them a view of what happens in the future? There are likely a few reasons. One is that if we know our future, it can lead to despair and complacency. Why try and do the right thing if everything is preordained? Or maybe Jacob looked into the future and he saw fighting and bloodshed that would be happening with his descendants, and he couldn't bear to share that news with his kids. Or maybe it is the wisdom of another sage that speaks to this moment. Since we're talking about 1988 and Matt's bar mitzvah, let's go back a few years to 1985 and the movie Back to the Future, an iconic symbol of a generation. As Doc Brown yells to Marty, "Your future hasn't been written yet. No one's has. Your future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one." I wish I could do the Doc Brown voice, but I could not do it justice. Perhaps this is why Jacob chose to focus on character traits of his children rather than trying to predict the future, because those things are so inextricably linked. Our future depends on the character of our souls and the choices that we make. There is no preordained script that we are fated to follow. Rather, all we can do is keep trying to do the next right thing. All we can do is keep working on our character, keep fighting our inclination towards bad behavior, and embrace our inclination towards doing good in this world. Maybe Jacob knew that, and he hoped that he could set his kids on a better path. And perhaps there is an important lesson for us to take into this final section of Genesis as we begin 2025. As much as we want to try and predict how this year will look, we don't have the tools to do that. There is so much that feels like it is out of our control. World events, natural disasters, unrest throughout the Middle East. Maybe our tradition is saying, do not despair. There is a lot that we can't control, but in our control is our ability to keep working toward goodness, to keep trying to do the right thing, to keep filling our world with mitzvahs, keep living our lives by the values that we hold most dear. When the engines of our spiritual airplanes run into a bunch of geese, we have to turn back to our ethical training, to what we know best in order to land the plane safely. Focus inward on character and integrity and outward on helping others, because that's what our world deserves, and that's how we can build the future in God's image. As we finish reading the Torah portion, we are also going to finish reading the book of Genesis, and we have the tradition of saying, Chazak, Chazak, Vanid Chazek, be strong, and together we will strengthen one another. So as we begin this new year, may we endeavor to stay strong, to strengthen those around us, to keep doing the right thing. We will write the story of our lives every day with every decision we make and every action we take and every kindness we bestow. May this be our blessing as we make our way into 2025. Together we could say amen. So we're going to turn to a very brief Torah service, very brief. I know we have to get everybody out of here because there is the other religion waiting at 7:45 or so. But we're going to, as I mentioned, we have a guest Torah reader, two Torah readers for verse 1, 2, and 3 from the Friedman family. So we're going to invite anybody who wants to come up and see the Torah kind of open and up close and personal. We'll invite you to come up onto the bima. You can join us in that. And yeah, let's do that. Why don't we sing together Al Shloshah Devarim, and we'll take the Torah from the Ark. And if you don't want to come up, at least rise where you are, please. But anyone who wants to come on up. Torah doesn't bite too hard.
Al Shloshah Devarim.
else want to come up and see the Torah up close? Yeah, you can put it right there. Okay. Well, and you guys can stay up here, or you can go down, or whatever you'd like. And let's see here. So we'll do the blessing all together. And yeah, you're welcome to put the sheet. Do you, however is best, guys. Here's a yad. We have a couple of yad choices. Does this one look okay to you?
It's a lovely yad.
Okay, great. This is the one without arthritis. I'll put it right there. Okay, so you can see we have the Torah blessing right here. Why don't we'll be the congregation, and you guys can, you guys want to lead? Ainsley, you want to lead the?
Sure.
All right, you lead it for us.
Okay. I need the sheet again.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's right here. There you go.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch ata Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen. Did you have those glasses in '88?
Nope,
That's
just
fair.
got them today.
Oh, nice.
This is 50.
Okay.
Vayhi ahar hadvarim ha'ela vayomer leYosef hine avicha cholech vazikach et shena vanav imo et Menashe vet Ephraim.
Or is it the actual Torah part?
It is right. Let's see. Menashe, Ephraim, right there.
Okay, cool.
Yes, got it.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna put that there.
Yes.
Like my highlighting. Okay.
All right.
Vayegel Yaakov. Yomer. Party trope, fun stuff.
Nice.
Hine Shaddai. Okay, we're just gonna read off of this. That was not even the right word.
You're good. You want to go back?
Yeah, we're just gonna start over. Vayaged Yaakov, Vayomer Hine. Wait, Hine bincha Yosef ba'elecha v'yitzchazek Yisrael vayeshev al hamita vayomer Yaakov el Yosef el Shaddai nira elai beluz be'eretz Canaan vayavarech oti.
Beautiful. Yasher Koach. Beautiful. Okay, Friedman's, well done. Let's join together in the blessing after. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen. Yasher Koach. Beautifully done. You got it. Nice. Why don't you guys hang out here for a moment? Anybody want to lift the Torah? Any takers? If we're lifting? Why don't you want to, Rabbi? Okay, all right, and we'll invite everyone to please rise. Okay. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei b'nei Yisrael al pi Adonai v'yamor Let's sing together Eitz Chaim or Tree of Life, whatever.
It is the tree of life, and those that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is the tree of life, and those that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom.
You may be seated. We're going to turn to the Mishaberach Lecholim, the prayer for those who are in need of healing. There are a number of folks on our list this evening, and I'm sure you have a number of folks who you're thinking of as well. I'm going to read the list, and then if you want to add names afterward, we would welcome that, of course. On this Shabbat, we are thinking of healing for Rabbi Jonathan Adler, Nancy Ashley, Sarah Bates, Charlie Bauer, Patty Beitler, Jack Better, Margie Block, Ron Bragg, Marge Serrani, Ann Clark, Keith Clark, Bruce Cohn, Ella Dubrow, Sam Edelman, Larry Eisenman, Carrie Eschler, Babette Feibel, Marilyn Friedman, Chris Galloway, and Hannah Golan, Alan Goldberg, Yossi Golden, Colleen Griffith Regal, Jessica Heffley, Lev Heschel, Ben Batamiva Yaakov, Karen Karlsberger, Beth Jastalowitz, Dan Lang, Minna Melton, Phyllis Miles, David Paragas, Lisa Pena, Jeremy Phelan, Ian Phillips, Rashi Prostowski, Jessica Rathkoff, Willa Rorba, Rolf Sauer, Jeff Spector, Bruce Yalen, Jerry Young, and Ozzie Zimmer. We are also thinking of healing for Cheryl McDonald, Judy Schneider, Mark Epic, and also for Steve Seaskin. Also for Allison Lonsborough and Carl Lonsborough. Are there other names of folks who we are thinking of for healing? On their behalf and on behalf of all those who we're thinking of in our hearts, Misha Berach, you can find on the screen here or on page 253. Baruch atah Adonai rofeh haolim. Blessed are you, God, who sends strength and healing.
Misha Berach avoteinu mekor habrecha le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishe Berach imotenu mekor habrecha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And let us say Amen.
We're going to turn to the Mark Rossio version of Aleinu, Bayom Hahu. You can find that on page 287 or up here on the screen.
Bayom hahu yihyeh Adonai echad. Bayom hahu yihyeh u'shemo echad.
We turn to our Kaddish Yatom, our Kaddish prayer, acknowledging that today is day 462 in the war in Israel. This week in Israel, we lost Yusuf Zaidne and Hamza Zaidne, two hostages who were found this past week. We also are thinking of Staff Sergeant Matityahu Yaakov Perel, Staff Sergeant Kanu Kasa, Staff Sergeant Nevo Fisher, and Staff Sergeant Ido Samiach. We're also in Shloshim for a number of folks in our community, and we are taking them into our hearts with our own. We are in Shloshim for Joe Bloom, for Michael Lee Ellard, Dick Golden, Ethel Meislish, Susan Weintraub, and Robert Tilden Weiss. We remember those who died at this season in years past, and we take them into our hearts with our own. We're thinking of, on this Shabbat, of Mark Amdorsky, Leon Beck, Jean Bender, Sam Block, Fanny Schilling-Cohn, Jerry Cohn, Abraham Estrin, Adolph Fried, Francis Gibault, Joy Beverly Goldman, Ronald Kaplansky, Norman Lazarus, Elmore Miles, Frida S. Minkin, Gary Naiman, Paul Phelan, Rose Pristowski, Nettie Rice, Isabel Seligson, Cheryl Sokol, Jack Stern, Jack Taub, Carolyn Threadgill, Judy Weidenthal, and Earl Yalen. Are there other names of folks who we are remembering on this Shabbat? On behalf of all those mentioned and those who we are thinking of in our hearts alone, we turn to page 294, or up here on the screen, and we'll ask if you are able to rise to please do so. Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ulamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shemei dekudasham b'rihu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nehamata, damiran be'alma v'imru. Yehi Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May God, who sends comfort and peace, send comfort and peace to all those who are in mourning. And together we say, amen. You may be seated. Becca, some announcements. Yes. Got that slide in there.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Last I looked out the window, it looked like the snow was taking a break, so hopefully you will all have a safe drive home tonight. I hope.
Doesn't look bad.
Doesn't look bad. Great. Please join us later this month for Lunch Bunch on Thursday, January 23rd. This month's speaker is Dr. Sabger, an Ohio health cardiologist and the founder of the International Walk with a Doc program. The catered lunch will be from Chipotle and costs $12. This coming week, Rabbi Benji will begin his 2-session Intro to Jewish Prayer class. This free class will be held Wednesday, January 15th and 22nd at 6 p.m. You're welcome to share more if you want. And as always, please check ShulCloud or your weekly window email for more information and registration. Thank you.
Shabbat shalom. I think you forgot to say go Bucks, but that's cool. That's cool. That's your alma mater. That's fair. All right. So why don't we do Kiddush and Motzi? Can we have the threesome in the back? Natalie, Ira, Kat, come on up. Yeah, that's fair. The trio in the back. Let's have you guys come up for a Kiddush and Motzi, and then our closing song. I can't remember what it is. Do you remember what it is, Mark? Am Yisrael Chai, and sung to the tune of the Ohio State song.
Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Od Avinu Chai, O-H. Od Avinu Chai, I-O. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu Chai, O-H. Od Avinu Chai, I-O. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael 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 Chai. Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu Chai, I-O. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu Chai, O-H. Od Avinu Chai, I-O. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Mazel tov to our bar mitzvah.